Good afternoon. I want to thank folks here for joining us here. We just wrapped up a really incredible, impactful veterans hiring roundtable. We had leaders from throughout San Diego County really focused on the issue of how we make sure not just our active duty, but our veterans, our National Guard and Reserves folks and their families really find ways to find meaningful employment here in San Diego County. We want folks to stay. San Diego County, we have the largest per capita population of veterans of anywhere in this country, and it's not just a part of our economy, it's a part of our culture. It's a part of who we are as a community. Our tie to the Navy and Marine Corps goes back as far as San Diego goes back, and it will always be a part of who we are, of our culture, of our society, and certainly still the largest driver of our economy. We know every year about 10% of San Diego's active duty military transition out and return to civilian life, and we want them to stay here. We know we have challenges surrounding the cost of living, and we want to work to try and mitigate those issues to get them in good careers and good pathways, and really share with folks the tremendous value that military service brings to an employer. When you're out there looking for employees, you can get an individual who already is in only the 20% of U.S. society who's eligible for military service, and then the incredible investment that the federal government makes, not just in hard skills from some electrical training or different types of skills, but those soft skills, that resilience, that teamwork, that perseverance, all of those things. Yesterday, I was really pleased our board in a bipartisan way moved forward to really rethink our county government's commitment in terms of with the goal of doubling the number of veterans that we employ in our own county workforce. But we don't just want to do it here in county government, we want to do it countywide. And so I really want to thank Admiral Balmert, Mark Balmert from SD-MAC for everything that they do in San Diego. Really an integral part of our military community and fabric for quite some time as a respected organization. And then in particular, we want to thank Ivan Denton, who is out here from the Department of Labor. He serves as the director of the Office of National Programs for Veterans Employment and Training Services. And Mr. Denton, we really appreciate you joining us. We appreciate what DOL means. We appreciate your local presence and staffing that are here. I know Secretary Walsh and everyone in the Biden administration is very committed to doing everything they can for our active duty military and veterans, and we're grateful to have you join us here, and would love to have you say a few words.
I'd love to say a word.
Thank you, sir.
I often, you were a Marine intel officer, and I often ask,
I was enlisted.
But I often ask, how much do we spend on you? And when I say we, I'm talking about the Department of Defense. So when employers wonder why veterans do quite well, I'm like, well, you paid for them to do quite well.
Yes,
we spend billions each year on recruiting and training America's finest sons and daughters, of which your son
is one
now serves as well. So I can't thank you enough for that. And Mark, my goodness, what you've done out here with the San Diego military, it is a best practice. This Military Advisory Council, I don't know whose idea it was. I don't know what year it started, but it really is impressive. And he had me at breakfast to speak, and my boss couldn't be here, Assistant Secretary Rodriguez, but he loves San Diego, now I know why.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you, my friend.
We appreciate you.
And appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Mark. Admiral?
Yeah, so thank you for the opportunity to be here. So what's unique about today is we highlighted all the resources that Department of Labor, Department of Defense already invest in keeping veterans here, keeping veterans employed. But we also saw the county, Chair Fletcher said a commitment. It's much more than a commitment because there's actions behind that. So the county's hiring of a military recruiter is exactly the step that people need to take in order to increase the number of veterans on your roll. So thank you for that. Thank you for more than a commitment. Thank you for the actions. And thank you, Ivan, for being out here and all Department of Labor does. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Admiral. Again, real appreciation, again, Department of Labor, SD-MAC, everyone who is a part of our roundtable. And again, my gratitude to my colleagues who joined with us to reframe and reorient with a lot of focus our efforts here at the county. Not the only thing we're doing around veterans. We have a lot more work to do, but certainly a step in the right direction, and we're excited about it. Thanks, everyone.